Hello and welcome to today's live stream. I have my colleague here, the Chief of Production, that's going to do his premiere sawmilling today. So we're looking forward to that. And the plan today is to square up this log and cut some 2x5s or 2x6s out of this log. And we'll be using the B751 Pro today with a petrol motor, an 18 horsepower petrol motor. Before we're starting with the sawmilling, we're going to have a little bit of a look at the features on the saw head and the log clamps. So I'm going to move the saw head forward shortly and we'll have a look at that. In the meantime, if you are interested in our products, please visit logosol.com or visit Logosol Portable Sawmills on YouTube and Logosol Portable Sawmills on Facebook for more information. So let's move the saw head forward and we'll have a look at the features here. Just raise the saw head. There, and then we'll open up the cover here. So here you can see the band wheels here have quite wide fan wings to assist with the chip extraction out of the cover to keep it as clean as possible. And that's fairly unique. We also use seal bearings here for the band wheels. These blade guide rollers are adjustable at all directions here, so you can make sure that the blade is perfectly in line with the rail itself. If we close the cover here, we can have a look at the water tank behind here. It's an aluminium tank, so it's super sturdy, and it's a part of the chassis as well. On this side here we have a safety switch, so you can't run the mill when the cover is open. And here on this side we have, I'll just back it up and we'll change camera so we can show that. Here we have the crank. So here is where we adjust the height. You push this out and then you can adjust the height. And every step here is 1/8 of an inch, which is the same as the curve of the blade. So to cut a 1-inch board, you'll lower 1 full turn plus 1 step for the blade. And then you get a 1-inch board, 2 turns and a step, and then you get a 2-inch board. So it's very simple that way. The little red dot here is the last cut indicator. So if you get a phone call or something happens, so you have to leave the sawmill for a short period, you know where you made your last cut. And this scale here is with the 2-inch, the 1 3/4, 1.5, and 1 inch. They are measured with including the curve of the blade, so you don't have to add for that. Okay. If you just use the millimeter scale, you have to add for the blade as well, which is just under 3 millimeters.
3 millimeters, okay.
So, and here is where you open the flow for the water. And you don't, this log has already a lot of moisture in it, so we don't have to use a lot of water. Here is a part where you adjust the adjustable blade guide roller. So depending on how wide you want to make the cut, you can adjust that here, and you want them to be as close as possible.
Okay.
So that's a little bit about the saw head. We can show these log clamps. So these are double eccentres. So you push the orange part against the log, and then you turn the handle to secure it like that. So it's a double eccentre. And on that side, where we have the top end of the log, we also have here mounted a tow board. So this one is used to raise the top end of the log a little bit to compensate for it being a little bit conical in the shape.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Should we make the first
Yeah,
cut?
sure.
The premiere cut.
Why not?
So we'll just secure this now.
Yep.
And then we'll go here and have a look at the height adjustment.
Yep.
You can see we're a little bit high now.
Yep. Just above. Just over the log.
So we can lower it a little bit just so we get a little bit of a width on the cut, so we get a clean surface.
Yeah.
Because the first two cuts now that we're going to make is going to determine the width of the board.
Okay.
So we'll start like this and give it a go.
Okay.
And you start the motor here,
Yep.
and then you just keep the full throttle,
Yep.
and then you just push it along,
Okay.
and then you just release this when you get through.
Yeah. Do I have to raise it when I put it back? Okay.
Well, I'd say only if it's tension in the log. Otherwise,
Okay.
you can keep it on the same level.
Okay.
Yes. So we'll start it up now and give it a go.
Okay.
That's perfect. That's actually a good way of seeing that you haven't pushed it too far.
Okay.
That you can see that when you were backing up here now, the blade was taking all the sawdust away.
Yeah.
So it's an even cut.
Okay.
So when you push it too hard, you can get like waves.
Okay.
So what we could do now is we can turn the log around now, half a turn, so we get the flat side against the bed.
Okay.
And then we can lower this, because now we have a flat side, so we don't have to use the toe board.
Top lift. Okay.
And then I think this log is fairly light, so we can just turn it there.
Like that.
Perfect.
Something like that. Okay.
And now we have to lower the blade a little bit. We can remove the sawdust here, so you can see. So if you lower it here,
One. That was one.
could probably, what are we at
One
now?
more.
We
I
are-
took one.
Yeah, you can lower it to. I think that was actually, because then we can get. Can probably get. We'll get one. We'll probably take it down maybe to. Let me see, 175 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it here. We'll do one cut here.
Okay.
That'd be good. So we'll just start it again now. And when we could actually have lowered the log rest a little bit, but we can see that
It will pass.
it will pass no problem.
Good.
We just start it again.
Yep.
You can see that the blade is gathering sawdust.
Yeah. Take it off.
Yeah.
The log. Very clean.
So now I think we'll lower it to here, because we need a little bit. We need to remove so we get to the 2 here,
Yeah.
so we know it's 6 inch.
Yeah.
And then we make just one more cut before we turn it up on
the third side.
Yeah, on the third side. We'll do one more quick cut.
Yep.
Yep. There. And now we just want to make sure that the board here is resting against the log rests. So we have the angle.
All right.
And I'll lock this first. There. And now, since we have a surface here that's not flat, we have to adjust it with the toe this
all right.
one again.
Yes.
So we just lift this up a little bit and then we can secure it.
Okay.
There.
All right.
And now what you want to aim for here now is you want to raise the saw head now.
Yeah.
So we get the bark off.
Yes.
You would actually, you can see it's a little bit of a curve here, so
Can leave
you
it.
possibly could get the small board out of this.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be a very small one that we don't really
Need.
have a lot of use for. So you
Okay.
try and aim just where the edge is for the bark. there.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect.
I'm thinking about around that.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
All right.
Go with that.
We'll take that one. Yep.
So now we'll do the final turn,
Yes.
and then we can cut all the way down. So when we remove the log clamps here now, and just loosen them, we can just remove these ones and just put them here for now. And then we just turn it around like that. Exactly. Lower the toe board. And just put them against the edge here. And then we can keep these log clamps very far down. There.
Okay.
And then we can look here now. You just, we probably have to go down to here to make the first cut.
Yes.
And then you can see here we can move cut a 2-inch here and a 2-inch here, and then we're done.
All right.
So we'll start. It might not. We'll get a little bit of a bark here. You can see.
Yeah.
But if we're using it for some construction, it doesn't really matter here.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So then we'll do the next cut. How did you feel like the sawmilling was?
It was really good. It was really fun. And I try feeling the resistance of the log when I drive it, different speeds, some things like that. But it was really good. Cuts like a knife in a butter.
Yeah. But you had a good speed.
I thought I felt the resistance pretty good. You get the feeling of the machine.
Yes.
And it feels that cuts good. Sometimes, okay, a little fast, take a little slow.
Yeah.
And you get back to the right track. So it was really, felt good.
Do you know, I had a look at what, if you go to the Home Depot here in Sweden to buy a 2x6 today, they charge about 6 euros per square per meter. Per meter.
Okay.
So the prices have gone up substantially.
Definitely. So these ones are mine.
Yes, they are. They are.
Good.
And it doesn't really matter for us now if this piece isn't perfect around the edges here. It doesn't really matter because we might be able to use it for the wind cover we're building over there.
All right. Yes.
So it'll still work.
Good.
And you can see it's fairly easy. You can see here with the edges here to use these. When we had a square, it was really easy. Just lower the log clamps, put them against this, and secure it. Yeah, so it's not.
How thin can you make it? It's 1 inch, and then you don't cut these log holders.
1 inch is the thinnest you can cut. Yes. And in terms of width on the 751, you're around 600 maximum cut if you're doing it like a live edge or something.
Okay.
So you can still handle a fairly large log on this sawmill. At least up here, it's very rare that the logs are bigger than that. Yeah. So but I know in Europe, where might have a lot more hardwoods than we do here, the logs are big and not always straight either. So that might cause, if you have a bow, for example, it might require that you can make a wider throat on the saw head to be able to process.
Yes. Okay.
So, so that's the premiere sawmilling of a product you produce a lot of.
A lot of, that's for sure. And now I can hopefully handle it as well.
Yes.
Handle one.
Yes. Well, you never know. You might be a sawmill owner in the future.
Probably.
Yes. Yeah. Well, if you want to have more information about the band sawmills, feel free to contact us at if you call us at +46 611 18285 or at info@logosol.com. We'll be happy to answer any questions, and also if you want to see more live demos like this, please visit Logosol Portable Sawmills on YouTube, and for pricing visit logosol.com. I hope you enjoyed this pretty short live demo today, but I'm really happy that Alex got to do some milling from a product he produced a lot of.
Me too. It was really fun. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Thank you.